For centuries, old Dubai's Spice Souk has been dominated by vendors, bringing fresh spices from Iran. Arva's favorite shop is run by a trio of Iranian brothers, boasting a collection ancient travelers once crossed oceans for.
Have you seen these before?
Yes, we have this in movie theaters all the time in my country. It's called popcorn.
Okay, do you want to pop one?
What looks like popcorn is actually a cocoon secreted by a type of beetle commonly found in Iran. They call it trehala manna. Literal translation, manna from the heavens. Some believe this is what the ancient Israelites survived on during their 40 years wandering in the wilderness. So you just pop it in your mouth?
Yeah, and you just suck on it. And you don't crunch it.
And what do you do if you have a beetle in it?
You don't consume the beetle unless
At least
really
you know
want
it's
to.
fresh.
Exactly. If you
Fantastic.
don't, it just doesn't taste of much.
That's a nice cocoon. It's sweet.
Yeah.
No, I like this very much. I'm hoping that something really rapturous happens to me.
No,
and I
it
mean
won't.
that in a biblical sense.
Have you tried this ever?
What is
Let's
it?
Open it. No, first you should smell it.
Gara garut is buttermilk curd, cooked down until it takes on a blackish-brown hue and an intense flavor. Locals typically use it as a seasoning agent for soups and stews.
It looks like a chocolate bar.
It does, but it smells like an old folks' home.
Yeah, it's dried buttermilk cheese.
Yeah,
a nicer
worse.
way of
I've
saying it.
had dried buttermilk cheese before, and let me tell you something.
It's not black.
This is no dried buttermilk cheese. Whoa!
Delicious, huh?
It tastes a lot better than it smells. But that acidity level dwarfs lemon juice and vinegar.
Exactly.
Have you tried this before?
Yeah.
Do you like
I
it?
have, no.
The neighborhoods surrounding Old Dubai Spice Souk are filled with living reminders of the city's cultural diversity. Arva's brought me to the Hor Al An's neighborhood on the east side of town. So the neighborhood here is primarily...
This is a mixture of a lot of different Arab, even some Ethiopian, a lot of Moroccan. And of course we have the Iranian.
Oh, that's beautiful. This is Sangak, a traditional Iranian flatbread. It starts with barely leavened dough, slapped on a paddle, and baked 5 minutes on hot pebbles. The best part about this whole experience is the fact that it's cooked on pebbles, and the pebbles really do stick in.
They do stick. You gotta peel them on. I always just double check the bread to make sure that I don't lose a tooth. Nothing like warm bread, right?
Doesn't matter where you are in the world.
Yeah.
There's no rising. There's no fermentation. It's extremely fresh.
Let's try it with some cheese. You want to try with the cheese?
Yeah. Sangak is warm, crusty, doughy goodness traditionally uses a platform for all sorts of ingredients. Arva likes to gussy hers up with sweet basil, lemon, walnut, feta cheese, tomato, and mint.
Takes an incredible bread to a whole other level.
Wow. Combination's incredible. But standing here watching this guy pound out this wet dough, put it on the stones, take out the cooked bread and hang it on the nails,
That's my
knock
favorite
the
bit.
stones off. It's the greatest thing in the whole world. Fast cars, luxury mega malls, Dubai is a place where you can find anything for a price. What you won't find a lot of are actual locals. The Emiratis of Dubai make up just 15% of the total population, an extreme minority in their own country, but the most powerful, the ruling class. The affluent Jumeirah district along the Persian Gulf is where many make their homes. Nazek al-Sabbagh is a Harvard graduate civil engineer and former director of Dubai's Port and Customs Authority. Her sister, Zohoor, carries degrees in philosophy and food science. For the past 5 years, they've run Mala Gourmet, a line of fish products adapting tastes of the ancient Emirati culture to the 21st century. Nazek and Zohoor are proud members of an Emirati fishing family dating back generations. As children, they helped salt and dry the family catch right here on Jumeirah Beach. As adults, they're challenging the misconception that women in this part of the world can't be successful business owners.
We have the support of the rulers, their highnesses. There are so many ways you can open a business. This is our passion.
So nobody's going to tell you that you can't do it?
No, if you want me to do it, just tell me you can't do it. You bet I can. I think we are pretty lucky. I'm happy that I'm not a man.
Here, in the UAE, preparing dried fish is traditional women's work. It's also expensive. Tons of raw product being dried and salted, curing and distilling down to minuscule powders, fish sauce, even cookies. The best mala start with local tuna or kingfish bought fresh from the fish market.
As we said, the best quality is the kingfish.
The kingfish fillets are quartered and layered in salt. Nazek's rule is the more the better.
But you guys never disagree on anything or fight, do you?
No.
No, of course not.
No.
A sprinkling of fresh thyme and the tub is sealed tight.
And then we put it in the sun. So it is preserved under the sun. Can I continue this? Yes.
Freshly sealed, the mala cures for 1 month, losing nearly 2/3 of its initial weight to the salt and sun. That's just one reason crafting real mala is such a costly endeavor. This is a batch made from tuna, fresh off a 1-month salty sun bath. A series of washings and soakings pulls all the excess salt out of the fish. The dried salt-preserved tuna is now perfectly safe to sample, boil, or incorporate into other dishes.
Is it salty?
That is so good. It's not even half as salty as a Western anchovy. That's salty just in the way that corned beef or pastrami.
My mom says
salty.
always take this part.
Yeah. Well, you listen to your mom.
Yeah, that's what she said.
At Nazek and Zohoor's retail outlet, a jar of mala costs $120, nearly 6 times what you'd pay in the fish market. Nazek cooks hers with onions, peeled tomatoes, preserved lemons, and an ingredient you'll only find in this kitchen.
UAE mixed spices.
Mixed spices.
That's done at home. It's not purchased in the market. I make sure to have one from mom, one from mother-in-law, one from my husband's aunt, so I have all year supply.
So you can recreate the family tastes.
Yes.
Alongside the family blend of spices is chopped coriander and 2 whole green chilies. The base is muhammar, white rice cooked with sweet date molasses, cardamom, and saffron.
I have a nice spot to show you now where you can have impressive food with impressive view.
The view atop Nazek's balcony is further proof of the Emirati's fascination with things old and new. On one side, fishing boats her husband's family has used for generations. On the other side, gleaming skyscrapers, dwarfed by the stunning Burj Khalifa. On the table, foods that visitors from 1,000 years ago might recognize.
Now this is
Mishawa.
mishawa.
Yeah.
Mishawa is the region's version of Vietnamese fish sauce. Anchovies, filleted, dried, and crushed to a powder, left to ferment and liquefy 1 month in the sun. The resulting fish sauce was a staple for desert Bedouin tribes, traditionally melted over candles with lime and butter.
Tell me.
That's ridiculous. This tastes of what the spice market smells like. So it's wonderful.
This is Zohoor's mala, served over muhammar.
What do you think, Andrew?
It's unbelievable. It's so minimalist and perfect because the salty fish, but see, I can tell this is the kind of food that if it's not exactly done right, it doesn't make the mark. So let me ask you a question. What's the real Dubai? Is it $1,000 French leather shops in the downtown district, or is it sitting here eating this dish?
Both.